Throughout the world, there's a large amount of discrimination occurring in the workplace. Although there are laws and policies in place that should limit the discrimination, they do not prevent all discrimination. Workplace discrimination is a huge problem that needs to be fixed. Discrimination is the unequal treatment within a group or a person based on race, disability, sexual orientation, or religion. It is seen everywhere, but especially in employment. Certain people are receiving unfair treatment or are being excluded from employee-related activities. Discrimination can either be indirect, or intentional or unintentional. Often, discrimination happens in the workplace. Nearly 70% of companies are more likely to choose a white applicant over any other race. A survey in 2001 showed that over one-third of African Americans and nearly 20% of Hispanics and Asians have been passed up for a promotion or job because of their race. The Civil Rights Commission of Ohio has serious claims of discrimination in the workplace that ranges anywhere from harassment to subtle bias. Many employees also do not receive required accommodations for their religious practices, such as Muslims praying 7 times a day, including 3 or 4 of those times happening in the middle of the day. Federal law requires employees to keep in mind the grouping practices of religions. Although this law has been put in place, some companies still find some of these practices conflict with business. For example, a Native American man shared that an employee told him to cut his long hair in order to get the job. LGBT employees also receive unfair treatment. They've reported being completely ignored or when they submit an application or looked over for promotions. It's hard getting passed up for a promotion or not getting a raise because of who you are. Conditions aren't any better for disabled employees. Any person with mental or physical disabilities often experience major discrimination. This includes getting fired, issues getting hired, being skipped over for a promotion or raise, and getting left out of employee-related activities. Discrimination is morally wrong. It can lead to several consequences. For example, if a CEO treats one person awful in the workplace and only that person, they could be risking more employees who will most likely quit. Overall, excluding someone from the group for any reason is extremely rude. Nobody wants to be judged for who they are or how they were raised. Discrimination can also lead to a lot of fights or arguments. If the amount of discrimination in the workplace is decreased, the world could include less drama throughout the country. Imagine how much nicer people could be to each other while working. If people could help each other out, more would get done. If discrimination was lowered in the workplace and around the world, everything could be way more peaceful. Discrimination is a huge problem and happens all the time in some people's life, and it shouldn't. There are so many things people can do to help and make people feel more welcomed. Everyone has the power to help and fix this problem. No one wants to feel like they have been excluded or hated on because of who they are. People should be allowed to feel comfortable when they're working and everything. Everyone should be allowed to be themselves.